By the way, y'all can tell I'm not straight, right? Okay, I don't like how loudly you laughed at that. Yes, yes, yes. It's not all fun and games. A few weeks ago, I did have to deal with something that was both racist and homophobic. And by that, I mean I did not get my way. Now, it's...
Comedian Jay Druden and Season 6 American Idol winner Jordan Sparks are among the headliners for Milwaukee's PrideFest being held on the Summerfest grounds June 5th through the 7th.
Sometimes I feel weak, sometimes I'm exhausted.
Ricardo Wynn from the Milwaukee County Office of Equity joins us now to talk about PrideFest and the need to preserve Black gay history. Welcome to Black Nouveau.
Thank you for having me.
So let's talk about PrideFest. It's happening the first weekend in June. Basic question, why is PrideFest still important?
PrideFest is still important because it's important for us to share and preserve and celebrate our history across the board. And with me being a part of the Wisconsin LGBTQ History Project, one of our initiatives this year is to actually celebrate and amplify Black and QPOC voices through our initiatives, not just during Pride, but throughout the year.
Why are the issues facing African Americans the same as gender-loving people?
Because we are people. Right? And while I am Black first, being same gender loving is an intersection of who I am, and it's a part of my life, and that is the same for others. And so while I am Black, we have our same issues, right? But being part of the LGBTQ community, there's a need for space for us to be celebrated in that capacity too. Just as if you were a husband, right? You're still a man, so you may go to baseball on Sundays, you may go play football on Tuesdays. Those are spaces for you to be affirmed and to learn from people who look like you and who share the same common values as you as well.
Let's talk about the History Project. What is that about?
So the History Project has been around for a long time. We have done a lot of work. And in the last 5 years, along with Our Lives magazine as well, which is a statewide magazine for LGBTQ individuals, we have made a commitment to not only address social justice issues, but anti-racism. And while it is our job to preserve and amplify and celebrate LGBTQ history, we are making voice that also recognizing that LGBTQ is not always Black. So therefore, we have to actually get those narratives. And we started with Josie Carter, who was a Black trans woman. We got a historical landmark downtown to celebrate this woman who was pivotal in the community, who created space for not just Black people, but all people at a time where it was not popular to do so. So now in today's world, we're seeing the need of not only celebrating that, but giving voice to people like Josie Carter and other people in our current community who are doing work. And we're gonna be actually celebrating Montel Infinity Ross, who is an entertainer, community advocate at our community, celebrating the 5th year of him and El Halo creating the Walk for Black Pride to advocate and amplify not just Black voices, but brown voices and QPOC individuals. And partner with Our Lives magazine, we're going to be doing an article where he gets to really reflect on not just that experience, but like what's happened since then, right? And so as we see, there are very few spaces for Black LGBTQ people to convene, brown people, for people of color. And so it's important for us to actually highlight that and give voice to those areas.
It's important that you mentioned history. A lot has happened under this new administration in the first 100 days. Does that concern you as a person of color and a person of the LGBTQ plus community?
I think that there are some barriers that are going to happen and there are some challenges, but that's what we're used to, right? Like the change of the climate doesn't keep us from doing the work because our ancestors have been doing that and we've been doing so for 100 years. What we're challenged with now is how systemically do we navigate, right? But far as a community, we're gonna always support each other. We're always gonna have the big mamas of the community regardless. We're always gonna have the abuelas and abuelos who are gonna be there to support us. We have each other. And so I feel like we're gonna actually have to hone in on that more, but we're gonna continue to navigate and do the best we can. And now is the time to really, really, really express the need for collaboration, right? And so at the History Project, we are doing that in our everyday work with people like myself. We are doing that, seeing ways to collaborate and how we can continue to do the work that we need to do.
Are businesses are you facing a hard time being able to collaborate more now because of all the things going on, or how are you navigating that?
Yeah. So for me, how I define collaboration is not just about being able to do the work, but the interpersonal relationships that you build. I believe that people collaborate, organizations and systems don't. Things happen by who you know and how you are trusted and how you build unity amongst each other. And so that has to happen first before we can do anything. And so while we have continued to do that work, we're going to do the best that we can. It will look different. The money isn't always there anymore. And so it will look different, but we just have to be open to navigating that and sticking to the mission and vision of the organizations that are in collaboration. So I know at the Milwaukee LGBTQ Center, we are having conversations. The History Project, we're constantly having conversations. I met with the owner of Our Lives Magazine, Patrick, last week to talk and to really figure out how do we navigate this and how do we actually continue to build unity.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you.
We got to have you back.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome.